Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is August 9th, and our reading is Ship of Fools. Strange times are these in which we live, forsooth, when old and young are taught in falsehood's school, and the one man that dares to tell the truth is called at once a lunatic and fool. And that's from George F. Train, from his The People's Candidate for President, 1872. Well, he was right about that. Unfortunately, every one of us thinks it's the other guy who's teaching the wrong things the wrong way. We can all agree, however, there is no shortage of lunatics and fools. Boy, it really is a strange time that we're living in. I was talking the other day to someone whose name I won't mention because I don't want to embarrass him, but he was talking about George Washington's farewell address about political factions, sectionalism, and despotism. And this is a guy that just graduated from high school. You know, the grown-ups who walk around pretending like somebody doesn't dress them in the morning have less idea than high school seniors. That just doesn't. That's not right. What are we doing here? The idea that it's okay for us to form teams and then steal all the best stuff from the other guys and pull a fast one on Eddie. This is not what they had in mind by a civil society. The Federalists and the Anti-Federalists argued about this stuff, and the Federalists, oh come on, we wouldn't do that. Where's your faith? I got your faith hanging, boy. You know, there's something wrong here, and George Washington knew what he was talking about. The difference between the American Revolution and the French Revolution is that the American Revolution was a revolution of property owners and pillars of the community who had had it with being hosed by the empire, and they decided they wanted out, and they didn't want to upset the apple cart as far as all of our religious and other social norms. And that was very different from the howling mobs in the French Revolution, and they had completely different outcomes. But the who's asking the questions now? You fast forward a couple hundred years, and it turns out that the Anti-Federalists had a point. When you concentrate power in an administrative state and have it the cat's paw of factions, you end up with a real stinking mess on your hands. To our loved one who is on his way to college, may we say good luck to you. You already make more sense than the people you're going to meet there anyway, the profs I'm talking about, not the students. So best of luck with that, and Godspeed, literally. We've heard people bemoan the fact, both in North America and here in Japan, that the youngest employees at shops can't make change. They're not the only ones. There's an art to making change in which we preserve what's best. We don't engage in burning, looting, and mayhem. Uh, the Anybody who doesn't know who David Dorn is should please look it up. Look him up. He was a victim of burning, looting, and mayhem, and didn't need to be. The world is a smaller place without him. So happy trails to you until we meet again.